to. Put your name in it and your address if you want to. Although I don't see you taking it very far away if anybody buys. This is a little tuck spot, but there's nothing in it at the moment. Some of you will remember that I was making these coloured pages in one of my videos. This is the pink one. And also I did a set of digitals entitled Strawberry Tea. I've used those originals in this journal. This tea set is a Royal Doulton one called Lavender Rose, which I've been collecting over the years and I like very much. Here we've got a belly band and a swivel picture so that you can write or decorate or put something underneath. I'm standing up to do this video in the hope that my voice will be a bit louder, which means that I'm fumbling about with the pages a bit more than usual. So sorry about that. That's two things, isn't it? Another picture of my china and the roses. And I've used this tag here as a tuck spot. This is just tea dyed paper to write on. And there are some pages from Daphne's diary which I thought were appropriate. Here I've done a bit of collage. And there's a pocket there with a seed packet picture. That's the centre of the first signature, and that's one of the pages that I did in the garden. There's a couple of little charms here. One's a bee and one's a little bit of bling, which is actually picking up the light really well. On this page there's a weekly goals sheet which you can fill in. And there are also some pages from a book which I've had for a long time, all about gifts from the home that you can make, gifts from the garden, and the pictures in it are just so pretty. There's another tag and a pocket made out of one of my pictures. This is supposed to be a cup with a couple of straws and drinking a strawberry drink attached to an envelope that you can fill. More pages to write on. And a little quote from Anthony Hicks. Strawberries always fill my heart with joy. They do mine too. It's a recipe card. Journaling card with what you love. Now I've included some of these in this journal. It's just a bit of frippery really, but when you turn the page it sits nicely on the next page, and I've made those from something interesting that you can find around the home. I'm going to do a video on how to do those. They're very simple, but what you can do, you can either use it as a bookmark or, as I have done, attach it to the page and just let it hang and look pretty when you turn it over. I've done, I think, 4 in this book. This is the start of the second signature. Again, got all sorts of bits and pieces. big cards, small cards, pockets. This was something that Judith Jones made and sent me. It's so pretty, I wanted to include it. And here's an envelope. I don't really think I need to show you the envelope separate, but I've just used some paper to attach to that. Little jelly and a little pad. I've made, and this is just a little home style thing with different stitches on. I was lucky enough to be a housewife only for about 15 years when I was bringing up my boys, and conveniently they came along one every 3 years, so I was able to go back to work when the youngest one was 5 and combine it with taking him to school. Then I went to work, finished at 3, I could go and pick him up. So I've been very, very lucky in that respect, and my first love was being at home with the children. Although I loved the jobs that I had, I've had lots of jobs over my lifetime, and I've liked them nearly all, not all, but nearly all. But my first love was at home with the children and all that that entailed. Looking after them, cooking, knitting, sewing, and just generally being around. And I feel very privileged that I was able to do that, because it's not possible for everybody, and these days it appears that not everybody wants to do that, even if they can. So that's a bit about me. Here's another one of the pages I made, and a little tuck spot there with the strawberries and that lovely teapot I've put in it. You can scribble on the back. Here's another tag and another page from the book. The pictures in that book were just gorgeous. Must have taken a long while to set all that out, mustn't it, for photography? It's a plain picture to write on, and here's the second one of the original strawberry tea pages. They're quite thick. I've done them on watercolour paper and a couple of little charms. There's a journaling card again with the strawberries. And here's the invitation. Join us for the party. Hedgerow Cottage, July 2019. And this one's Gifts from the Garden. There's a story that goes with this envelope. I did some embossing on a couple of tea-dyed envelopes, and it didn't go quite according to plan because I've got quite a strong die cutting machine, and instead of opening the envelopes out, I put them through as they were, and the impressions were so strong that it stuck the back to the front. So I thought, well, not to throw away, because we can't throw anything away, can we? So I have adapted it and made the 2 envelopes, but by using card. So there's 2 slots, one there and one there, and some decoupage on the front, and embossing and sticking. And in the end I got something I liked. So it does pay to persevere, doesn't it? Here's a quote from David Mixner. My family lived off the land And summer evening meals featured baking stuffed tomatoes, potato salad, corn on the cob, fresh shelled peas and homemade ice cream with strawberries from our garden. With no air conditioning in those days, the cool porch was the centre of our universe after the scorching days. You can just feel the heat, can't you? Here's another one of these bookmarks that I made. A little tuck spot. And more writing space. This is a picture of some teapots. They're very unusual, aren't they? When I was in America, we went to a tea shop and they had lots of them on display. They also sold tea, and it was all very lovely. I'm not sure this one would hold any tea, but it might hold the tea bags. And this is the third signature coming up. There's a flap that comes out there. Lavender Fields. More of the crazy teapots. They had a lot of Chinese teapots in there. And they made some very nice tea as well. I'm talking about a place in Knoxville, Tennessee. I don't know if it's still there. Here's a floating pocket with another little pocket inside. And a card. Gift from the kitchen. Yeah. Delicious fudge on that page. What could be nicer? But very naughty, so only to be eaten in small quantities. And another one of my fripperies. That was one of the tags that was in the kit I did. Still, you can still get that kit in my Etsy shop. And more gifts from the kitchen. Here's an envelope, another envelope that I embossed. This one was more successful. And in the back I put a little tag. That's pretty, isn't it? The die cut in it. And a recipe card for banana bread and custard pudding, and another big journaling card. So there we are, and it's a soft cover, as you can see, tied with a ribbon, a silvery ribbon. I hope you've enjoyed looking through that. And look out for my next video when I'll be showing you how I made these and what I made them with. There's the mystery. See you next time. Bye bye.